Okay, guys, I'm so excited. This is my first podcast. I've been dreaming this project for so long. I had an episode, and today I have a special guest. This is the only woman on the planet who inspires me today.
You were saying that you felt as a black sheep all your life.
When I remember my childhood, I did not look like anyone in the family. I was just different. But if I don't follow the culture, then I'm thrown away.
Were they punishing you?
I was not accepted. I don't fit in. For example, they will have gatherings, they will not invite me. Then I hear a slap on my back. My mom always tells me, I raised you the best way ever. And I look at her and I say, Mom, because of you, I went to therapy for 10 years. I do not aspire to look like anybody. I am me. It's me, my life, my story. I'm the writer, I'm the director, I'm the author. If the society doesn't accept me, I don't care. I make my own money, I have my own life, I have my son, I'm happy.
Okay, and this is Sara Al Madani. Sara, first of all, I'm gonna just briefly tell you how we met, because we have some common friends in Dubai. And one of my friends sent me this new app they were launching. And he was like, can you do an advertising for us? And he sent me your example, how you advertise it. I think it's just social app or something that you can find places, people.
Oh, I remember that.
Yeah, something like that. So imagine, I opened the videos. I was like, who is this girl? The way you were saying things. And I've been working on TV and I was hosting many TV shows for many years. So I was in this industry for so long that I feel, from the way people speak, straight away, I feel, I don't know, I felt a magnetism. I felt this, if you want to say pureness, something that I was like touched by. I was like, I want to find this girl. I was like, who is this girl? So there was just simple videos. He sent me your Instagram. Straight away, I texted you.
I remember, yeah. I'm like, she's so sweet. You sent me a message.
Yeah, I sent you a message because I was like, and then when I started to hearing your, listening to your podcast, I was like, wow, this is my girl.
I remember you sent me a message saying your videos inspire me. And when you say something like that, I feel happy because the reason I do podcasts and I do all these things, and it takes a lot of your time.
Right.
Because this is how I service the world. This is how I make the world a better place, by educating, by helping people,
Right.
So when you tell me something like this, it means I am doing the right thing and the right way.
Right.
So thank you so much.
Yeah, you inspired me, and I'm sure what we're gonna do today is gonna inspire a lot of
100%.
people, a lot of women. My audience is mostly women, and it's gonna be in two languages, English and Russian. And so please, I wanted to Google to introduce you, but you told me this is not the way. Can you please introduce yourself, and can you please tell more about yourself? And we're gonna start from after you introduce yourself about your childhood. It's very, very interesting how in this culture it all works.
So basically, I am a serial entrepreneur. Most of my businesses are in technology. Single mother, public speaker. But I think what's more important than the business and everything else is that I'm a spirit, and I'm here. I'm a piece of light in this world, and my job is to spread light.
You're a spiritual gangster.
This is 100% spiritual gangster. Yes. So basically, this is what people think. People think when you are spiritual, they think that you're a nice person and you're a good person. You're quiet and you're hugging trees all the time. I mean, sure, that's one half, but you have another half. So being spiritual means standing up for yourself, speaking the truth, filtering bullshit, not allowing people to cross you. It means to be a person of love and light, but also a person that understands that there is darkness inside that exists in you. So when you make peace with both these things, the yin and yang, you live peacefully, basically. So I love spirituality. It's been almost, I'd say, 10 years that I'm spiritual, and it changed my life. It changed my life even in the way I do business, the way I raise my kid, the way I am as a human being, completely shifted. And just to explain to people, spirituality is not a religion. It's a way of looking at life and living life. So for me, I'm a Muslim. I am spiritual in my religion. Do you get the point? So because a
Yes.
lot of people think, oh, what is your religion? You're spiritual? I'm like, no, spirituality is not a religion. It's a way of living life. That's it.
I want to start with your childhood.
Yeah.
You're Muslim. You are Emiratis, right?
Yeah.
So you've been living in this culture where, especially having tattoos, is not so common thing that you will see. I was looking at your interviews. You were saying that you felt as a black sheep all your life.
Yeah.
So tell me more. How is it in your culture to be a child when you are black sheep, when
Yeah.
you feel that you are not fitting the frames, right?
Yeah. I mean, look, when I remember my childhood, I did not look like anyone in the family. I did not act like anyone in the family. And a lot of people, like family members, cousins, uncles, whatever, they all thought that I am just out of control. What they didn't know is that I was fully in control. This is who I was. They thought I was just, kid, being stubborn, being annoying. I wasn't. I was just different. And, it's so hard because that mentality of you're different, you don't fit in. Why are you different? Look at your cousins, look at everybody else.
Right.
Look at my mom used to tell me, look at my kids' daughters. Why can't you be like them?
Yeah.
And in my heart, I didn't understand why I had to be like them. I was just me. But that, growing up, creates a trauma, and it damages something inside of you that affects you when you grow up. But we'll get there in the conversation. But as a child, I always felt left out, but I was happy. I was happy because I did not have to follow or look or be like anyone else. Now, growing up as an Arab and a Muslim, especially with culture, because, culture is what controls people. Because in my religion, for example, in Islam, it says, a woman can get divorced. It's okay. It's not a big deal. In culture, it's not okay. So here is the confusion, for especially a woman. If my religion tells me it's okay, but my culture tells me it's not okay, what do? Of course, I'm going to follow my religion. But if I don't follow the culture, then I'm thrown away. You know what I mean? I'm disconnected. No one talks to me. No one looks at me.
Yeah, we will get to that as well. I have that question. But tell me more when you were not fitting, right? Your mom say, look at the other kids, look at their cousins or whatever. Were they punishing you? How did you feel
It was always arguments. Always arguments. Please look like your cousin. Please act like my friend's daughter. Please look at this and look at this. And I tried to make them happy, right?
Yeah.
But then love is unconditional. Why do I have to do this to make anyone happy, right? It was very hard, and there were times where, I was upset because I felt like I was not understood, and I felt like I was not accepted. I don't fit in. For example, they will have gatherings, they will not invite me. Some of my friends, won't even invite me to their house because I was different, and their mothers won't like that. So it was a little bit hard. But then there were people that in school, my friends, that liked me for who I was, accepted me because they were also different. So it was a struggle, but I'm glad I did not give in, and I stayed true to myself. I cannot imagine my life if I surrendered and I copied everybody. I cannot imagine how my life would have been.
Maybe I never mentioned that, but there were times when my friends, when I was living in my hometown, their parents would not allow them to be friends with me because I had bad influence on them.
Yeah.
We were just doing crazy things, burning some fluff, kids thing.
Yeah.
And when I would come to the place, and I remember one of my friends, she was hiding me in her closet because her father came earlier for lunch.
Oh, wow.
Or if the father going to see you. I felt, I was like, okay, I was trying to tell myself that I'm okay, but it hurt me so much.
Yeah.
And when you mentioned the traumas that you get,
it definitely affected me in my relationships. So, for example, I've been with 4 men my whole life. I was married twice. I always chose men that were narcissistic. That's the first thing. Second thing, I always chose them, although they were toxic. Now, why? Because when you're young and you're not accepted, you're not loved, and you have to do things for your family, for your friends, just for them to love you,
Right.
you are hungry for love. And there's a saying, if you're not fed love on a silver spoon when you're young, you will learn how to lick it off a knife. You know, and when I was growing up, I was licking it off a knife. So I was choosing men that always showed me love was unconditional. You know, sorry, love was conditional.
Yes.
So if you want me to love you, give me money. If you want me to love you, do this for me. Leave your friends. Don't go out. Don't do this. And because I want to be loved and accepted so badly, I was operating from my 4-year-old girl mind. So I was like,
Right.
yeah, love me, choose me, accept me. I will do anything for you. So I was a people pleaser,
Right.
just to be loved. And then, thank God, you know, I realized that, because whatever happens to you when you're young is not your fault, right? But how you handle it when you're a grown-up is completely your fault. So I looked at all the mistakes and my decisions and my patterns, and why am I, you know, choosing these men? I know I'm great. I know I'm amazing. I deserve the best. Why am I settling for, you know, this bullshit? And then I realized, I was like, oh my God, I am Sara. Now I'm 37, right? I am thinking from a 4-year-old girl mind that wants to be loved and accepted. And I decided a couple of years ago, I'd say 5-6 years ago, to just start therapy and to work on myself. Because even, you know, a lot of people told me, why do you need therapy? You're a good person. You never hurt anybody. Even good people are damaged, you know? And I had to go do therapy. I had to do hypnotherapy. I did spiritual healing because I wanted to be just the best version of me. And I did not want to live my life with a filter of trauma. I wanted to know who is really Sara without all these traumas in my life. And the only way to find out is to heal and to work on myself. So this was my journey of how my childhood trauma affected me as a grown-up. If I was not self-reflecting, if I was not aware, I would have thought there is nothing wrong with me because I'm not hurting anybody. I'm not doing anything wrong. I'm kind, I'm loving. If I wasn't focused on me and how I'm acting, and I was just blaming this guy and that guy, you know,
Right.
it's called the blame game.
Right.
If I was doing this, Victoria, I would have never grown. I would have thought there's nothing wrong with me. But thank God I paid attention. And I realized they are bad. The men I had in my life were all bad. But they showed me they were bad. Why did I stay? It's my problem. I am not their victim. I am my own victim. So, and this is where my mindset switched, basically.
So which therapy helped you more, like, or both of them, hypnosis? Okay, I understand what is hypnosis, but what about the healing, spiritual healing?
Yeah.
Like, what kind of things did you do?
I think this is a very important question because I did normal therapy in the beginning. Normal therapy, they tell you what's wrong with you, and then they give you medication. Now, me as a spiritual person, it's known that medication it makes you a low vibration human.
What medication?
Like antidepressants and all
Really?
these
You
things.
were taking yeah?
Like you go to a doctor, you're like, I don't feel good. They're like, okay, take this for 10 days. Then, you know, medicine is not the solution. I always believe there's a root to the reason. I need to get to the root. So when I started taking medication, I felt like I was not aligned spiritually. I felt like my vibration was low.
I would just want to divide those two meanings, you know, the medicine and drugs.
Yeah.
Because medicine is something that cures you, and it's mostly what we think in Russia, especially. It's something that naturally based, you know, like some
Oh,
plants.
that's different. Okay, got it.
Because drugs, I wouldn't. It's just, you know what? I have a feeling that I can call the drugs as a medicine, if we can say that, you know, because when I'm going to translate it in Russian, it's going to be two different words.
You mean drugs, the pharmaceutical drugs?
Of course.
Yeah,
of
got
course,
it.
of course.
Understood,
Yeah. They call them in America. They call them drugs. It makes sense.
That's true.
Right?
That's
Because it's
true.
chemicals.
That's true. For me, as much as I can, I eliminate taking medical drugs.
Right.
As much as I can, even antibiotics. If I'm not
Same.
dying, I need it, I would not take it because it makes your body dependent. Our body is a machine. We're divine creatures. We can heal ourselves in so many ways. But the medicine brainwashes you and your brain to be dependent and not to go on autopilot when it comes to healing your body, right? So I did that.
Yeah.
For
how long?
I'd say 1 year. It was good.
Ooh.
But I I felt like something was missing. And then I tried hypnotherapy.
Okay.
Hypnotherapy changed my life completely, you know? Because hypnotherapy, and a lot of people say, I'm scared to do hypnotherapy because I'm scared they'll put me to sleep and control me. I was like, what the hell are you? No. I was like, it doesn't work like that. Hypnotherapy,
How does it work?
You're awake,
Okay.
but you cannot open your eyes.
Really?
Your eyes are shut completely.
I want to try
You
that.
know? It's amazing. It changes your life.
Okay.
Now, hypnotherapy is such a great experience, but the hardest part is after you're done,
Yeah.
they create a recording
Okay.
to create new habits in your mind, and you have to listen to it for 21, 22 days. If you don't listen to it, you wasted your money, you wasted your time.
All right.
Nothing will change. So basically, the human brain needs 21 days to create new habits. And if you listen to this recording 21 days, you would completely change your old habits to new ones. But a lot of people do hypnotherapy and they don't listen to it, which is sad because that's part of the healing process. Did hypnotherapy, it was amazing. Then I was introduced to spiritual healing. Oh
what?
my God, Victoria. This is, I mean, I feel like it's not for everybody because you have to be very open here with your thoughts, your ideas, and your beliefs, and what's true and what's not, to do spiritual healing.
Which is what?
It's basically, let me put it in a scientific perspective, and then I'll take you back to spirituality. So scientists discovered recently that our cells, like these millions of cells in our body that make us, each of them has a memory, and trauma gets stored in the cell on a cellular level. This is why when somebody has diabetes and they have children, they pass diabetes. It's not because it's genetic. There's nothing till this day that proves that genetics are moved. It's memories in the genes that are passed, which means I can stop any memory, anything to be passed to my children by healing. If I heal myself, if I focus on my well-being, I can literally stop anything from passing. Just like depression, anxiety, Alzheimer's can be passed, so does love, self-worth, self-growth can be passed genetically as well. So I always say that I might have been the black sheep in the family, but I am healing not only myself right now, I'm healing my ancestors, and I'm going to heal the new generations to come. So I am the new ancestor for the rest of my generations to come. So it's so important to understand that this is science now, okay? Spiritual healing is dealing with your spirit and how your spirit needs nurturing and growth from the trauma, and how to disconnect from memories on a cellular level in your body. I'll give you an example. For me, I had digestion problems for so many years. For 15 years, I could not eat anything except for meat, chicken, and fish. No sugar, no vegetables, no fruits, no spices, nothing. I thought I had a problem. All the doctors told me, you have a problem in your stomach. What is the solution? Take this medicine. Okay, for 10 years, I've been taking 45 tablets for day, for 10 years, because the doctor told me I need it.
Right.
When I did spiritual healing, I found out that I had stored trauma in my stomach. And after 3 sessions of spiritual healing, I can eat. I'm normal. I don't have bloating anymore. I also, when I did spiritual healing, I told my healer I have Hashimoto's, which is an autoimmune disease. It's when your immune system attacks your thyroid.
Right. I know that. Yeah.
Yeah. So, and I told the healer, I said, my doctor said no one in the world can heal from autoimmune disease. If you have autoimmune disease, you're dying with it. I remember my healer was sitting down, he smiled. He said, I will help you heal everything with your own power, your own body. After doing, I think with the Hashimoto's, I did 5 sessions. After 5 sessions, my healer told me, go to your doctor and just do your checkup. I went, I did not have Hashimoto's. And my doctor was shocked and he told me, what did you do? What medicine did you take?
How bad was it? When did you discover it? Because
I discovered it when I'd say 12 years ago.
12 years. So
Yeah.
for 12 years you had
I was suffering with it. So I went to the doctor. He's like, what did you do? Where is your Hashimoto's? What did you eat? What did you drink? What medication are you on? I said, no, doc, I did spiritual healing. He's like, no. Which medicine did you take?
Yeah.
Which pharmaceutical drugs did you take? And I was just sitting there. I was like, my God, like this is the reason a lot of people are sick and they will remain sick, because these doctors do not believe in anything but pharmaceutical drugs. He did not believe me. I said, I swear to God, I just did spiritual healing. Did not believe me. But, you know, it helps you, because I had so much trauma stored inside of me, past relationship, abusive relationships. I don't feel anything. Now I can tell you my story and not cry. I am indifferent.
Right.
Zero emotions. So if you were to ask me, what's the best healing you've done? 100% spiritual healing and hypnotherapy.
Okay, so how does it look, that spiritual healing? You come to somewhere?
It involves meditation.
Okay.
Reaching a certain stage in meditation. Okay. It involves vibrations from drums, music, like certain music for healing. Because, you know, what people don't understand is that we're made out of energy. Everything in us humans is energy. When we listen to the music in the radio, how are we listening to it? It's vibrations, it's frequency carrying the music to your ear. So they use certain frequencies to tap into your body and your memory. And then, you know, it involves screaming, it involves meditation, it involves releasing, cutting connections, imagination. It's like, you know, I cannot take you on a journey by words. It has to be experienced.
Okay.
Yeah.
I got you. How interesting. I'm going to tell you later in the conversation what is my healing medicine, spiritual medicine. And recently, maybe 6 months earlier, I went to see, I always do like blood tests every year, full checkup. So they did the blood test, and then she told me exactly what you were saying. So my immune system was attacking my
As well?
which I never had before. Because I have every year I have the same results. You know, you can check. Something happened, and then she sent me to the doctor. And I'm not that type of person who's gonna take pills. Exactly like you. Everything you say is just me talking. You know, it's interesting. I told her, so I saw this doctor, the one who does, what is the...
Like homeopathy?
No. The one who checks your hormones.
Endocrinologist.
Endocrinologist. She was like, you have to take pills. You know, we were trying to get pregnant. And she's like, oh, no, you cannot now. For this, like 2 years, you have to take pills. You have to put it down because the baby can have this disorder and this and that. So I was like, this is not me. I told the doctor.
Like you felt something change.
No, I was like, this is not me. I'm not going to take any pills, first of all. And second of all, this is not me. I'm just going to heal it. She looked at me. She's like, what? And she's young doctor, but anyway, she's a good in that clinic. And I was like, no, this is not my thing. This is not my thing. I know that something happened probably, but this, I have to find out what.
Yeah.
But this is not me. So when I came back 6 months later, we did the blood test. Everything is fine.
Oh, wow.
And so my my doctor, who always takes me to do all the tests and this and that, she sends her the results. She wasn't working that day, and she was like, what was she taking?
Yeah, same thing.
I was like, nothing.
I know.
She's like, really? Okay, she's good for now. She doesn't need anything now.
Wow.
So I got you. You know, I know this is amazing. I told you, I felt you straight away.
Yeah.
Everything you say, I can, you know, I can relate myself.
Yeah, but
to
it's
those
look
things.
at your positive mindset. You were like, no, I'm not taking pills. I'm going to heal it.
Right.
I wish everybody in the world believed in their bodies and themselves in this way. You can heal so many things.
Right, but I do it also with the medicine. We will talk about it later. But now I want to come back to something more material. So the tattoos.
Yeah.
When did you start to do them? What was the reaction of your family, and what was like the idea? Did you know you're gonna, you know, make so many of them? And this is so unusual.
I did not think I'll end up with, right now I have 89 tattoos.
89,
Yeah,
oh my God.
I did not think I'll end up with 89 tattoos, but it started with this one. It says faith.
Okay.
It started with this. I did it when I was 14, 15, I think.
That's early.
And I was hiding it.
Okay.
And then I did another one on my back, small one. So I'd say until the age of 23, I had 5 and I was hiding them. And then I pierced my tongue and I was hiding it from my parents. You know, it's so tiring to try to hide who you are from the people you love so much that should accept you for who you are. You don't understand. You're like, why do I have to hide who I am to make you happy? And why does your expectation of how I should look makes you sad? If I don't look the way you want me to, why does it make you sad? It doesn't make sense to me.
Okay,
Yeah.
what do you think about, because this is it's very interesting topic, because imagine how many people out there have the way of seeing things, thinking how they are thinking, and they expect you to be, not even your relatives, people who
Society.
watching, exactly, they judging you.
Yeah.
So what do you think is actually happening on that side? Why is it happening?
Any judgment is a projection of something inside that person. If you are jealous of somebody, there's something wrong with you. If you think someone is a certain way, something is wrong with you. If you're judgmental, something is wrong with you. And I realized something. Most of the women that don't like me, and a lot of women don't like me, I don't know why, you know.
Same story.
Yes.
But a lot of also
A
like
lot of women
you.
do like
yeah,
us.
yeah.
But I think a lot of women don't like me, not because they don't like what I say or they don't like the way I look. I mean, they say that, oh, what you say is stupid, how you look is weird, blah, 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 the tattoos and all that. But I think if we go deep down inside, these women and some men, the truth is they hate the fact that I have the balls and the guts to live the life I want,
Right.
the way I want, without caring about anybody. They hate it because they cannot do it. So the only way to project is to judge you.
Right.
You know, because I want this, but I don't have what it takes to do it. And they operate from fear. You know, I don't operate from fear. I live my life the way I want. If the society doesn't accept me, I don't care. I make my own money. I have my own life. I have my son. I'm happy. I have a small group of friends. I'm happy. None of these people pay my bills.
Right.
I'm okay. So I don't care if I'm accepted or not. And I do not care about doing anything to be accepted. I am me. You like me, you're welcome. You don't like me, it's fine. So I think because I reached that point in my life and I can get tattoos, I can wear whatever I want, do whatever I want, have the business I want, go travel, live, dance, that makes a lot of people who don't know how to live using their free will angry. Everyone has a free will, Victoria. I'm not a magician. You're
Right.
not a magician. We don't have a superpower. We are just like any woman out there. But we decided to practice our free will. It's God-given, you know? If she doesn't want to do it because she's scared of what her friends will say, what society will say, what the culture will say, you are the one putting a rope around your own neck.
Yeah.
Because what they say is not going to change. Whether you do, look, I swear to God, if you live your life the way they want, they will talk about you.
Yeah.
If you live your life the way you want, they will talk about you. If you live your life the way nobody wants, they will talk about you. So if you're going to talk about me anyways, let me live my life the way I want, because I am going to die one day. It can be now, it can be in an hour, it can be in a year. And I don't want my last memory when I die was, okay, did I make everyone happy? I'm not a Christmas tree, you know? But my job is to live an authentic life. And a lot of people don't understand the difference between living and existing. Living is living your life the way you want, the way you should, regardless of anything. Existing is living just to survive, just to be accepted, just to be loved, just to be validated. Does everyone like me now? Do they accept me? Do I have the permission? That's existing. I don't exist anymore. I'm living. Every inch of my life I'm living. And I know you're the same. And this is why me and you connect so much. And this is why me and you, we're doing all the things we do because we want to show not only women, men and women, because I know there's a lot of men who are suffering from this taboo and culture and fitting in and all that. We are setting an example to show people life still goes on. You know, people will still love you. Some will hate you, but it's okay. I do not want to be loved by everybody, because if I was loved by everybody, it's scary. Then I'm doing something wrong. You know, it just doesn't make sense, right?
I love
Yeah.
what you're saying. So when you show your tattoos, did they accept it?
Oh God, no. So when my mom saw my tattoo, I lied for like 3 months telling her this is henna, it's gonna go off, it's a sticker. And I remember I had a tattoo on my back, and then, in weddings, in our culture, we have women wedding and men wedding alone, and then they mix at a certain time.
Okay.
In the women's wedding, when I wore dresses, the tattoo was always showing. So my mom's like, if this is a sticker, why does it always look the same? I'm like, I ordered from the same place,
Your mom is so cute.
And then one day I was sleeping. She got acetone, for the nails.
Yeah.
She got makeup remover and wipes. And I was sleeping. And when I sleep, I deeply sleep.
Okay.
She was rubbing and rubbing and rubbing. And then I hear a slap on my back. I'm like, what the hell's going on? She's like, this is not a sticker. I was like, yes, it's not. And I have more.
Oh my God.
And then I think, in the beginning, she was like, why are you still different? Why are you not like all your cousins? Why are you not?
Yeah.
But at that time, at that age, I was like 25, I'd say. I was like, Mom, I do not care. I do not want to look like my cousin. I do not, aspire to look like anybody. I am me. But then she's like, fine.
Okay.
Please don't get any more.
All right.
Sure, Mom.
Yeah. So I'm getting there to the point where you probably got accepted the way you are, and now they're probably proud of you.
It's completely acceptance. Okay, yes, sometimes my mom would get bothered from some things I do. Nothing from Sara, but in Arabic we have a saying, khalif ta'raf. It means if you do wrong, you'll be known, and that's my daughter.
Okay.
She's known for doing all the wrong things,
Okay.
and I don't care. I'm happy.
So, and you would also mention about your relatives that they wouldn't invite you for certain things. What about now?
It still happens.
It still
I don't
happens.
care. It's fine. And if there's something I learned in spirituality, because what does culture teach you? No matter what, if the family is good or bad, this is your family. You have to stay. You have to love them. You have to be there. You have to 24/7 be stuck to them. Spirituality teaches you that your energy is so sacred that even if you have to separate from family members just to keep your sanity, do it. So I moved out. I used to live in the same area as my whole family. I moved out far in Dubai, in the middle of the desert. I'm living completely alone, isolated. And I told my mom, I said, listen, Mom, I love you. I love Dad. I love my siblings. And I love my whole family. But my sanity, my energy, my mental health comes first. If you need me, I'm always there for you. And I love you, and I will never leave you alone. But please, allow me to have the distance and to apply selective participation. It means I will participate in things I select. I selectively want to. Don't push me to be in places I don't want to be, because I'm not being true to myself. And in spirituality, you have to be true to yourself. You cannot, okay, fine, I'll do it to make them happy. I'll do it. You cannot do that in spirituality. Then you're not aligned.
Can you say that truth is healing you?
100,000,000%, physically, mentally, in every way possible, even like from issues in my body, diseases, saying the truth. And they say, what you reveal, you heal. Reveal it, you heal it. But also speaking the truth helped me, because after Hashimoto's disappeared, I still had hypothyroid. But because now I speak my truth, I'm stopping my thyroid medication slowly. My doctor said, you don't have it anymore.
Wow.
And this is what happens when the energy here is stuck and you cannot speak and you cannot express.
Right.
And you're hiding your emotions.
Right.
It manifests into physical diseases. I mean, till this day, they don't know where cancer comes from. And I'm sure every woman or every man who had cancer, they'll tell you, it's emotional. It's emotions. So I'm not going to allow anybody to live rent-free in my head. No more. That's it. I come first. And this is it's not an egoistic thing to say. It's a form of self-love. I cannot say I love people and I'm kind and I'm an empath and I'm a spiritual person, but then I'm neglecting myself. I'm shitty to myself.
Yeah.
I throw myself in places with people that have low energies. How are you kind
Can
and
I
loving?
tell you that I love you?
Yes.
I really love you so much. It's amazing.
I love you.
It's crazy because I have a boyfriend now.
Yeah.
So-
I saw these videos. You look in love, girl.
Yeah,
You look
So
good.
he told me, you are so selfish, but it's good. I was like, look, it's not about being selfish. I love myself so much
Yeah.
that if I wouldn't be able to love myself this much, I wouldn't be able to give love to anybody.
1,000,000%.
Yeah, so this is, and everything you say is just like, oh my God, ring the bell.
1,000,000%. Well, you cannot love anybody before loving yourself. And loving yourself, by the way, just to explain to everyone listening, loving yourself doesn't mean buying the latest bag or the latest car or traveling first class and all that. I mean, these things are beautiful, great, amazing experience. You work hard, you play hard. I get it. Loving yourself is loving yourself internally in a non-materialistic way. Loving your mental health, loving your physical health, loving your well-being, loving your energy, loving you to the extent like now, Victoria, I do not even go to events anymore. I just go to events if I have work. Why? Because, or they're like events that are positive. Why? Because me being in a place with so many energies and people, especially when you become spiritual, you feel everyone's energy. You're sensitive, right? Me going there and being around people that are negative, acting nice, haha, hee, there, I cannot do it anymore. I cannot lie to myself. Before I used to do it, I used to force myself.
Right.
Now I told myself, I love you, Sara, so much. I will not force you to do or be anything you're not. And I made a promise to myself. Yeah.
Beautiful. Oh my God. I think by just listening to you now, so many people would heal already. But we haven't even started.
I know, right?
So plastic surgeries.
Yes.
Or anything like touches, retouches. I just done a plastic surgery like 3 months ago, a little bit more than that. So first of all, I got so much hate when I was sharing my story. And I'm not saying this to feel, you know, kind of like to get some support or something. No, because when I went to do this surgery, I was thinking, should I share it or should I hide it? And I've been known, famous in Russia for like more than 16 years now. And so I have a really huge, nice audience, like really good following in a way that I love them. So I choose this doctor who was quite expensive. Okay, he's doing such amazing things. I'm going to share it because, yeah, I'm going to change. Not that much. I didn't want to change and be a different person. I just wanted to keep my beauty. That's what I told him. I just want to keep what I have a little bit longer. Not to have this point until you have to cut and tight, you know, your skin. Too late, exactly. So I'm 44 now. And
oh my God, you don't look a day above 30, 29.
Thanks. So my girls are loving you. You get the million. Oh,
yay! You're so sweet. You're so sweet.
I was just saying about my girls. I was like, they're so
sweet.
sweet. You're gonna get them too. You know, they're gonna
honey,
love you
thank you
so
so
much.
much.
And this is really important for me to share this spread, this love and everything. So I have really nice group of people, but the haters will always hate, you know, they're always there. I have the biggest hater club in Russia, the biggest. They make me better and better. Anyways, so I got this hate and everything, but now, well, of course, I didn't look good for the first 2-3 months. I was super swollen and I couldn't explain, guys, this is me recovering now, and this is early stage of recovery. So this is, my lip was not moving, this and that, swollen, and it's gonna take time because the doctor, what he did my surgery, he's famous to do ponytail lift. So in a way that he usually, you know, when you want to like lift a bit your eyes, they usually lift your skin. They cut and lift a bit your skin, but the skin comes back. That's what he told me. So it will come back within a year, year and a half, and you won't see the results. So what's the point to do it? So he told me, well, what I do, it's exactly his technique. Of course, it was much more expensive than I expected. And I was like, okay, I'm going to share it. So what happened back then, when I was recovering, now I like my face, it looks good. But at some point I'm probably going to show a picture. Like I was, oh my God, I was scary. I would look scary. But I heard comments like, oh, I wish you will stay like this forever. And I was like, oh my God, what my person has inside of him to say that, to wish that somebody. And now when everything is fine, nobody speaks about it. So, you know, when you look good, they don't want to speak about it. Only the girls who love me and, you know, who are there to support me. So now what they're saying is like, she's so insecure because she did the surgery and she didn't accept her body. Look, she's changing herself because she didn't accept it. She's afraid of being old, to be old. Goes for surgery for some changes. Is that because she does not accept herself, or because I want you to explain that, because I know I have the answer for myself. But is that because she doesn't accept herself and she has I don't know, fear to get old, or because she wants to maintain her body in the best way possible and she just want to keep it, you know, as young as possible for a longer time? And what is your idea about it?
I also did plastic surgery. I did a nose job, and I did a lifting for the eye. You know, I remember I was texting you.
Yeah.
So the thing is, like, let's speak from a spiritual perspective, because a lot of people told me the same thing. They said,
Right.
"Oh my God, you're spiritual. You talk about self-love and now you're doing this. Where is the self-love? You're not accepting yourself." No. First of all, I am a spirit with a human experience, which means this body is just my car in this world. But I'm a spirit, I'm an energy. There is nothing wrong with me adjusting my body so I can feel good about it. There is nothing wrong with plastic surgery. And I feel embarrassed to see people shaming people who did plastic surgery and making them feel like that about it. My body, I paid for it. What's your problem? Okay, you think I'm insecure? Okay, I am insecure. Now, what is your problem? So it's not insecurity. It's just that if I can fix the nose, why not? If I can pull the eyes, why not? I'm getting older. If I wanted to look a little bit younger, why goddamn not? What's the reason not to? We upgrade our cars, we upgrade our homes, we upgrade our bodies. So what is wrong with that? What is the issue with that? Okay, fine. If somebody, like once under my picture, somebody wrote, "I can see you've done so much work to your face, and I don't know, you probably did like a full facelift," and insults. I'm reading, and you know, for me, it doesn't affect me at all. Zero. I have no feelings to people's negativity because it's projection. This is her. She's ugly inside. There's nothing wrong with me. So when I was reading the comments, I replied to her and I said, "Why do you wear clothes?" She said, "What do you mean, why do you wear clothes?" I said, "Why don't you go live in a cave, wrap yourself with leaves, and why are you changing? Why is there an evolution in the way you dress and the way you live? And why? Why can't you go economy? Why are you flying first class?" Because you can. There is nothing wrong. It doesn't tamper your soul. It doesn't mean you're insecure. It just means you love yourself. Why not? If I can look good, why not? I'm aging. My spirit is going to live forever, and it doesn't have an age. But this body has an age. It has a limited time on earth. Why can't I enjoy it? Why can't I look good? If I'm feeling a little bit insecure about my nose, why can't I fix it? What's the problem with that? People on Instagram make me feel like I started a crowdfunding group and asked everyone to pay for my surgery. They talk like they paid for it. And I think it's so mean that they texted you these kind of things while you're recovering. Because when you're recovering, you're feeling down a little bit. And these kind of messages do not help somebody who just had a surgery. Right. It just shows you that, you know, some people are just crazy.
Do you have this time when you feel down a little bit after you did your sessions and hypnosis?
I am human, so of course I feel down. But how long do I feel down for? Now that's what healing changes. People who did not heal or deal with their trauma, when they're down, they're down. She's divorced, 5 years, she's depressed.
Yeah.
For me, bouncing back is what proves to you that you healed. You can feel down, you can be upset, but I will not allow myself to stay there. I bounce back. They say pain either makes you or breaks you. So if I told you, Victoria, right now you're depressed, you have two choices. You either break or you either be better. What will you choose? Is there even a choice here? I'm telling you, you either break as a person or be better. Of course, the choice is to be better. So, you know, I do feel down sometimes. It is normal to feel down sometimes, but it is important to self-reflect and not allow yourself to stay there for long. Life is short. One day I'm here, one day I'm not. In the end, this is how I see it. It's a state of mind. I am a happy person. Do I get upset? Do I get angry? Am I disappointed? Yes. But do I stay there? No, because I am a happy person. God blessed me with health, with a child, with life. I wake up every day. I'm not dead. I'm alive. I'm breathing. I am blessed every single day. So it's just, it's normal to feel down. The healing doesn't mean you're not going to feel down again. It just means you will know how to handle it once it happens. That's it. I just bounce back. Life is short. And to be honest, okay, for the people who never tried therapy, never tried healing, and they're like, bullshit, it's easy to speak, Sara, it's not easy to do.
Right.
Okay, let me speak from a scientific place. You can hack your body, okay? This is pure science. It's nothing to do with spirituality or healing or anything. Pure science. You can hack your body. Very simple. You are in control of the release of every hormone in your body. For example, when I'm stressed, your body releases cortisol, right? Cortisol is bad for you. It can cause diseases. It can cause anxiety, depression, and all that. The minute I know that my body is releasing cortisol, I can immediately release endorphins. How? Scientifically proven that the act of giving, of kindness, for example, let's say if I give you a gift, a flower, and I see your face when you receive the flower, my brain seeing your reaction immediately releases endorphin, serotonin in the body. So this is biohacking. Which means I'm in control. I'm the master. I'm the king. I'm the queen of this body, this mind. So what I do is every time I feel stressed, I go do a small random act of kindness.
Okay.
And my body releases serotonin. What happens to the cortisol? Gone. So if you don't believe in healing, if you don't believe in spirituality, Habibi, this is science. Go hack your body. Just like you hack a computer. Hack into your body. Control the juices you're releasing, the hormones you're releasing in your body. And it's simple to biohack. It's very simple. Another example I'll give you is they say if you smile for 2 minutes, I think, 2 minutes or 1 minute. If you smile for 2 minutes nonstop straight, your mind thinks that you're happy and starts releasing serotonin. So just smiling can make you better. What are you all waiting for? You have so many options to have a better quality of life, better quality of mental health, but you choose to stay down.
You make me smile.
Why do people choose to be down?
I don't know.
Is that a choice even?
I really don't know why.
Yeah, two choices. Either you stay down or stay up.
Actually, now I know why, but I still don't know why they do this choice. Talk about the culture. Like, it's all, as we say, from the childhood, a lot of things coming from there, a lot of programs that were programmed by society and this and that. In our culture, when I was a little girl, our parents was always saying that in order to be successful woman, you have to be married and have children at early age. In our culture, like used to be, now it's getting a bit pushing a little bit, but maybe in Siberia, in those places, still the same, but 2022, you already have to have few kids.
So they expect you to be married.
Right.
Okay.
So if you got married and if you have children, then you are a successful woman, right? So I think it's something similar in your maybe not the same age, but
even younger. So for us, the culture is the same.
Yeah.
If you're not married young, something is wrong with you.
Exactly.
And if you don't have kids when you're young, it's too late.
Right.
What is this? This is.
If you're 30 and you don't have kids, oh my God.
Yeah, but the thing is, based on who? Who put these rules? Who created these? What book? Where? Is it written on stone? No. You can have kids. And by the way, this kind of cultural society pressure on women makes women settle for any man that comes her way. He's bad, he's abusive. She will do it just because she has to do it, because culture said she has to do it, right?
And
so she can
then,
be successful.
if she did this, and she looks at you, and you at the age of 30, 35 or 40, and you don't have children,
it's like a bad thing.
oh, very bad thing.
Why?
They would just, like my friend, she's there with me. She's nearly like 40. She doesn't have children yet, and they're harassing her.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah.
Oh, Lord.
Oh, nobody needs you, like all these things. Because they got married earlier and they're probably not happy, but, at least I'm a mother.
And it doesn't matter if you're happy or not, as long as you have a child.
Right.
That is extremely mentally abusive. Extremely. Society norms and society expectations are mental abuse. I swear to God.
Not in the Western world, like where is a lot of feminists.
They have it in the Western world.
Like I've been living in the US for a little bit, and I was traveling a lot there. Like at least until you're 30, you have to get education, you know, and then they start to think about the families after 30. Like here now, we're getting kind of like giving them examples, because I was telling a lot of times to my audience, I was like, you know, you have to first, you know, find yourself. You have to first do something, you know, find something that you love to do, become a little bit independent, and then you can, as you say, it's correct, to choose the man you like. Yeah, not like jump for the first time. Right.
This is your life.
Right.
You know, this is your one shot to live life, and you deserve the best. Take your time. 30, I'm 37, divorced twice. In society, this is a no-no. Oh, divorced twice, something's wrong with her. Oh no, she has a baby. No one will marry her. My time, my life, my body, my mind. I want women not to be pressured into marriage unless they're ready. Trust me, my friend got a baby at the age of 55. Your uterus will work. Do not push yourself. Do not let society push you into settling for any man just so you can tick the box and be accepted. Hey, she did it. We love her now. Inshallah, nobody loves me. I don't care. I don't care. So I just want women to understand that okay, let's break it down like this, Victoria. Let's explain to people, what is culture? For example, 50 years ago, a bunch of people sat together. They're like, okay, we're going to make rules, and they're going to live by them for the rest of their life. So culture is peer pressure from the grave, because these people died. Why can't I create my own culture? Why can't we get together and create new cultures?
Right.
We live at a different time. We live in a different age, in a different era. I don't understand, why do we have to obey the culture? Look, I love culture. I respect it. Amazing. But I don't apply everything.
Right.
I apply whatever fits me. So please, for all the women listening to this, do not rush. Do not rush.
What would you say for all the women who are scared at the point that when they're 30, 35, 40, that they won't find a man anymore? Like, this is already like a fear that's trapping them, you know, and they already look at the men with, you know, like the eyes that men runs away, because like, what would you know what I mean, right?
Yeah.
The men see that hunger for, you know, getting there. I know that. And what advice can you give to those type of women?
I know what you're saying.
Oh my God.
I mean, I think women should not feel that they are on survival mode, because let's say she's 37, 38, and she's not married. It's like, oh my God, the clock is ticking. My biological clock is ticking. My face is changing. I think a real man that loves you for who you are will not care how you look like, will not care what your age is, will not care about all these things. It doesn't matter. I know friends who are like guys in their 20s, married to women in their 40s, and they're happy, and it works. And please, I beg you guys, the world has a population of almost 8 billion people. There's a lot of men out there. And I always say, God did not put your soulmate in your same culture, in your same city. Otherwise, the game will be boring. If all of our soulmates, my soulmates in Dubai, your soulmates in Russia, it doesn't work like that. You know, there are so many people out there. Please don't let this conditioning or brainwashing and upbringing by society destroy your life. Look at the decisions you will take as a woman just because you're rushing, because you want to be accepted. You want people to say, yeah, we love her, we like her, she's doing great. Look at the decisions they take. My mom's friend did the same thing. Married any guy just so she can tick the box, have a kid, her family, society, culture will accept her. You know what happened? He was extremely abusive, extremely bad to her, cheating on her all the time. But hey, she did it, right? She ended up having cancer because of her depression. And she's very healthy. And there's no cancer in her family. Ladies, please take care of your mind, your body and soul. I beg you, do not rush into these things. Not worth it. The right man will accept you for who you are.
And I believe when you stop lying to yourself, when you start to listen to yourself, and when you're not hungry for, you know, get married or something. So when you look into yourself, instead of looking for out there for somebody, then you start to shine
100%.
with the different lights.
Yeah.
And then you attract people. Then you actually become attractive.
Yes.
And people don't understand that.
Yeah.
I think that, like, where is he? Where is he? It was
Yeah.
funny. I'm not going to say anything mean, but I have to admit, I remember, because I don't live in Russia for 12 years now.
Yeah.
And I remember I came back to Moscow. It's a beautiful city. You have to come one day.
I've never been. I should.
You should. And we're inviting you already now. So, it was a restaurant, the place I've been going for many years. Very good food. So I was sitting, and all the girls, like mostly only ladies were sitting in the restaurant. And as soon as the door opened, somebody came.
A man comes in.
All the girls, they were like, looking at the door, who is there? Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
I was like, wow, you would never see this in Europe. And I'm not saying we are bad or not. I just
It's culture.
yeah,
It's culture.
this podcast is actually, I made it for to see the different so people can see the different cultures, see the different problems, see the different issues, or how people solving problems and this and that. So it's to motivate them, to say that you just have to look into
100%.
yourself. Yeah.
No, so the thing is, look, every country has a culture. We all were born into cultures. I get it, I understand. And then the pressure, I get it. But the truth is, as a woman or a man, you do not have to fit yourself in a box. Yeah, it's not the end of the world. It's not a crime if society doesn't accept you or love you. But I'll tell you something. I swear to God, people were fighting me because of the way I look and my tattoos and all that. They didn't accept me. They didn't invite me. They didn't. The minute I achieved something big and I was successful, they all came running back.
I was trying to get to this point.
And then all of them, we love you. No, you don't love me.
Yeah.
You don't love me. You like me when I'm on top, so you can benefit.
Yeah.
When I'm down, you did not give a shit about me.
This is where I wanted to get.
So their love is not even real. Society expectation and acceptance is not even a real thing. When you're down, they'll throw you. When you're up, they'll love you.
Right.
I don't care. Honey, they don't pay my bills. I'm good.
Yeah, same with my teacher. When I came to see her, she hated me, when I was in my hometown. And then when I went to Moscow...
She hated you?
Yeah, like the teacher, she was saying mean things about me. When I was a virgin, she was telling me, oh, Bonya, look, you're gonna just get pregnant from somebody like this. I was like...
Your teacher spoke to you
my
like
teacher,
this?
Yeah, the math teacher, And I remember that because it hurt me so much. And then when I came back, I became famous, and I came to my hometown to do this interview, and we went to my school. She's like, oh, I always loved you so much.
I know.
Yeah. I was
I've
like, all right.
always loved you.
Yeah. And she hated me. Like, she was bullying me, like saying,
That's crazy.
That's so it's
No, but that proves to you, whether you do what they like or not, they don't really like you. Full stop. They don't really like you. They just like you when they need to like you.
How do you motivate yourself? And what would you suggest to people when, they need some motivation? They don't know how to, start.
This is the tricky question.
Yeah.
Okay, so in the past when I was young, this is what I was taught. To be motivated, you have to look at a person. To be motivated, you have to look at a story. To be motivated, you had to see this. So it was always a place, a person, but that person is not going to always be there. That place is not going to always be there. So that means my motivation depends on things, but that's not sustainable. So now at this age, I'm 37. When I say this to people, and when I do podcasts, I always say it, and people get shocked. My biggest motivation is death.
People are afraid of death.
Yeah, look, but I'll make it simple, right? No success, no love, no money, no family, no fame. Nothing is promised in this world. Nothing but 110% death is promised. Right. We will all die. We will not all be famous. We will not all be rich. We will not all be successful or spiritual.
But we will
all taste death. Okay, when are we tasting death? When are we dying? I don't know. It can be now. It can be tomorrow. It can be in an hour. We don't know. What other than this do you need as a motivation? To live the life you want, to take risks, to go out there, to do all these things. to know that in an hour I'll be gone. This makes me want to live my life every minute, every day, living the life I want, doing everything I want, taking risks. In the end, Victoria, not my cars, not my house, nothing I have will go with me when I die. It's all borrowed, you know? But the truth is, what did you do with your time here on 3D Earth? What did you do with your time? And that's the most important question. So it's not, I know a lot of people expect me to say, oh, it's Oprah, it's this guy, it's this girl, it's Obama. Nope, it's nobody. It is death. And like you said, I'm not scared of death because death is not the end. Death is the beginning of something else.
Right.
So from this school up to the next school, to the next chapter, you know? So I'm not scared of death at all. Maybe the only thing that worries me about death is who will take care of my kid? But I'll be dead. And there's always a way. Someone will figure out something. Everything will be good. I trust God. I trust when God takes me, He knows it's the right time. And God loves everybody, so He'll protect my kid. That's my only worry. Other than that, I am not scared. Zero of it. I'm actually excited to see what's going to happen after.
So you just mentioned 3D. I love it because when I speak about it, people like, she's crazy. What is 3D? What is 5D? And when I speak about it, like they're like, she's crazy. What is she taking? She's smoking something.
You want us to enter the rabbit hole. That's what you want us to do. Okay, so this is a very spiritual knowledge, right? So Earth is 3D. Why? Because you can touch, feel, use your senses. Everything is 3D. You can touch it. Then you have 4D, you have 5D, 6D. I think there is up to 11, 13 dimensions out there. So, and in my religion, we say, Sab'a samawat means the 7 layers. So, in spirituality, they say the 7 dimensions, right? So when you ascend or when you die or when you pass, I will not say die, it's the death of your physical body, but your continuation. When you move based on your karma and experiences, whether you're ready to depart or not and all that, you land in either 4D, 5D. Now, 4D is a cliffhanger, and we also have it in our religion. You know what's crazy? Islam is so spiritual, but they did not teach us. They did not teach us this. I don't know why.
I was reading Quran. It's very interesting.
It's very spiritual, but nobody taught me any of this. I don't know why. So when you die, you stay in a hangar, and Islam it's called al-barzakh. So it's a hangar for the souls. Why? For example, let's say I have a soul family. Me, my son, maybe one of my friends, another friend, we are a soul family. So when I'm in 4D, I cannot move, to 5D heaven, to 5D unless my soul family is completed. In 4D, you do not feel time and space. So it's like sleeping. If I sleep for 6 hours or 1 hour, I don't know, I don't feel anything. I'm in a state of silence and dreaming, lucid. So 4D, a lot of people have different definitions, but it's like your hangar. When your soul family is completed, it's 5D. Depending on how you were and the data and the knowledge, how good were you as a human and all these things, you ascend into different things. But also, I believe in aliens and different civilizations, so they live in different dimensions. So some aliens live in 7D, some aliens live in 5D. So there's like so many things. But if I cannot talk about this in 3 minutes, it's like a 2 hours podcast to explain all of this. But this is, when we say 3D, we're talking about Earth, which is the lowest vibration out of all the dimensions. And it's the one that is actually engaging your senses. It's touchable, it's seeable, you can smell it, you can see it, Now, as a spirit, if I don't come to 3D, I will just be a piece of light without any data. I don't know what love is. I don't know what food is. I don't know what taste, what anger. I don't know any of these emotions. Even touching a cup, I wouldn't know. I'm a piece of light. So what a blessing it is to have this 3D experience, so I can pick data when I go back. So it's a long conversation. It's a very long conversation.
I heard that a lot of people are saying that now our planet is moving.
We started shifting already, I think 8 years, 10 years ago. But now, right now, it's happening a lot. You can feel it. And it's where it's called the reset. When the dinosaurs died, that was a reset. That was Mother Earth resetting herself. With the Noah's Ark and the flood with Noah, that was a reset. us right now we're living, there will be a reset where the earth is gonna switch off, reset completely, and then we're back to zero, you know, and we start all over again. So right now there's a huge spiritual movement, huge. A lot of people became spiritual, especially after COVID.
Yeah, during the COVID
yeah,
as well, right?
An awakening happened. People realized a lot of things, right?
Yeah.
So they say the people who are awakened, they shift to the new earth with the new vibrations.
Right.
Because, okay, I'll give you an example. Imagine all of us are sitting in a room and we're all thinking of the same thing. You know how strong the vibration in the room is? Now, imagine you're in a mall. The vibration in the shopping mall is low because so many people, different ideas, different thoughts, negative, positive, and all that. So all the spiritual people with their positivity are raising the vibration of the earth. So they're shifting to a new earth. While the rest of the people who are not interested in awakening, they love materialistic things. They have ego, they have pride, they want money, they want to destroy everything for the sake of what they want and their greed. They stay in the old earth, and that's going to get reset, basically. And this is why, I don't know if you heard of the Mandela effect. Have you heard of that?
Tell me.
So the Mandela effect is people remember things, but now when they go search online, things do not look the same. I'll give you an example. Do you know Monopoly?
Yeah.
Do you remember the logo of Monopoly?
Yeah.
Do you remember the guy, the old guy?
Yes.
Was he wearing glasses on his eyes?
Maybe.
Yes. Yeah, 100,000,000% yes. But now if you go Google the first box of Monopoly, he never had it.
Okay.
Another example is a lot of people, when I speak to them, they tell me Nelson Mandela died in jail. And I remember in the news, everything that he died in jail. But now people are saying, no, he died I think in 2013, he left jail, he ruled for a bit, he took over for a bit, and then he died. A lot of people are confused. My friends, the older generation, they're like, no, he died in jail. We saw it on the news, we're so sure. When you go Google, it's not there.
Why is it happening?
It's the shifting. We're shifting different dimensions, you know? That's why.
Really?
Parallel universes. Where in this universe, because, you know, what's a parallel universe? It's everything happening at the same time.
Right.
Past, future, present.
Yeah.
So in one parallel universe, he died in jail. In another universe, he died in 2013. And now that the earth is shifting, people are confused. You know, what's going on? Because I remember this, I remember that. Another example, maybe you'd know this one, Britney Spears. Do you remember her song, Oops, I Did It Again?
Yeah.
She's wearing the red jumpsuit
Yeah.
with her hair in ponytail. Remember she was wearing a mic?
Yeah.
The black mic?
Yeah, on the stage, right?
No, in the video.
In the
music
video? Oh.
When her music video came out, they made her dolls. Her dolls were wearing a mic. But now that when you go Google, she's not wearing a mic in the music video. I remember I was a kid. I remember even in Halloween when the music video came out, we bought a costume with the mic. That's before her concert.
Maybe it was on the stage, no?
No? On the stage, she always has it. But that music video, when it came out, she didn't perform on stage yet. Everyone wore it. The costume, I bought it. It was a red suit with the hair, the blonde hair, and a mic.
All right.
Always. And then she started the concert. Now, a lot of people will tell you, maybe we're confused and all that. Okay, 1%, 2% confused. Like millions of people are saying this is true. And a lot of people are saying this is not true. So there's weird things happening.
Okay, never heard about it. No.
Yeah, but the vibration of the earth is changing. And I'm sure a lot of people listening right now, they're like, what the hell is Sara and Victoria talking about? But we went down the rabbit hole, guys. Sorry. We will do another episode to go deep in this. But yeah.
All right, let's move on. So we have different religions and different cultures. So what is God for you?
God is love, God is understanding, God is divine, God is the answer. And I'll give you a beautiful story. So at the age of 22, I think, I keep forgetting, 22, 21, I was like, I was born Muslim. But that means I had no choice. So it's blind faith. I don't know why, where, I just knew that I was born and they told me you have to be Muslim. So I wanted to be curious and to go search. I went searching for 3 years, just searching, challenging everything, Islam and all that and everything. After exactly 3 years, I came back to Islam again. I found that it was the answer. So I was born into it, I left it a little bit, and then I came back fully in love with it the right way, because I did the research. I mean, yes, we're born in different religions, but I think everyone is talking about somebody, but that somebody is just one body. We're all talking about the same person, the same energy. It's God. And God is love. I mean, I think God's one language, it's not, forget English, Arabic, and all these languages. I think God's number one language is love, you know, and we see it every day. We see it in everything. And God is mercy, God is care, God is this. But I also know that God is fair, which means that if I do wrong, I will get wrong. And that's not because God is angry or mean.
Right.
That is only fair. When you cheat in school, you get kicked out. Is your principal bad? No, you cheated. Do I say he was evil, he's angry, he's mistaken? Yeah, you cheated. You cheated, you got kicked out. So in life, we cannot, you know, take God as an example and not compare it to the principal of the school. He is the creator of all. And if I do something wrong and I'm hurting people and I'm stealing, cheating, lying, or whatever it is, I deserve to be punished. And it's only the nature of life. It's the wheel of karma. So yeah, and they, you know, I don't believe God is angry. I don't believe God is like aggressive. I don't believe in all of this. I feel he has so much love. But as like we are all his children, as like his children, he just wants the best for us. And when we don't do what's best for us, he teaches us how to do it. And he punishes us when we need to be punished. That, to me, that's fair. Fair enough.
If I will share with you that within last few years, I think this is when I grew spiritually more than for the last 12 years. I've been doing a lot of spiritual ceremonies and trying things. I discovered that I am a goddess.
Yeah.
That the God is me.
God is inside of all of us.
Yeah, that I discovered that God inside of me. And when I say, you know, to some people, and it's not just the words, this is how I feel. I say, I am goddess, and you, so you are. You are, I mean, this is your decision. If you're angry, the goddess, you know, you can be someone who destroys because this is your energy.
Yeah.
And if you're loving, you are someone who, you know, creates, you know, different life. I mean, different vibrations.
You're a creator.
You're a creator, yeah. And you're a creator in any terms, in evil terms, in this
good terms.
Yeah. I'm the master, and this. I was just missing that little word. That I'm the goddess. I'm the creator.
So let me break it down for you. I think in every religion, if I'm not mistaken, but in Islam, God said, I put a piece of me in all of them. A piece of him, the divine power. He put a piece of him inside of us. Look at our life. Look at the studio we're sitting in. Who created this? Us. Your reality. How do you create your reality? It's here. It's in your head. Then you create it with your hands. We are creators because we are a subdivision of God. You know? It doesn't mean we are better than him or we're like him. Not at all. Zero. We can't even think of being that. But because he put some of his divine energy in us, we are all creators. We're all masters of our souls and all that. So if you feel like you're a goddess, which of course, like when I say goddess, it doesn't mean that I am a god like God. No, I cannot compare myself to God. I am not a goddess in that way. But a goddess in a way which means that I am the creator. So I can create good, I can create evil.
Right.
I can do bad, I can do good. I can create my reality, I can destroy my reality.
Right.
Just like God created everything and he can destroy it in a minute. So in this sense of explanation, yes, the word goddess fits. But if people, because I met women who told me I'm a goddess. I'm like, what do you mean you're a goddess? Explain to me. They're like, just like God, I am a god like God. I was like, oh, this conversation I'm not having, because you cannot compare yourself to the divine, you know, it's impossible. But if you see yourself as a goddess, as a small creator on your own, because you're part of the creation, yes, of course, why not? Yeah.
Let's talk about your son, because we mentioned a few times, and today I saw a story on your Instagram, and he was talking about 3D world.
Yeah, he knows everything. My son is not 8, he's 80, I swear to God.
I was very surprised.
I teach him everything.
So it's so interesting because he was mentioning things that 8 years old usually don't even think about it. Like, what is your way of educating?
Yeah. So first of all, I am very, extremely, unforgivingly honest with my son about everything in my life. I don't hide anything. Even if I like a guy, even if I'm getting divorced, if I was abused physically, my son knows everything. I am trying to raise my son different than how my parents raised me. You know how parents, no, everything's perfect.
Right.
Everything is fine. Don't worry, we're just talking, we're arguing, we're doing this. So I raise him different than how I raise my...
He just came into the room.
So cute, Habibi. Yeah. So my son doesn't go to a normal school, he goes to a spiritual school.
All right.
Yeah. He goes to a spiritual school where his soul and his creativity is like embraced. He doesn't wear shoes in school.
Wow.
They go barefoot because they do grounding with Mother Earth.
Really?
Yeah. In the beginning, he was like, no, I want to stay in my old school. But I did not like the education system.
Yeah.
I like the spiritual school for him. I love you.
Isn't this magic?
Come,
It's been more than an hour. We talk about
I
different
know.
things. As soon as we start talking about
Don't
him,
pull the hat, though. Come here,
he
come
is
sit
here.
I feel that I do everything spiritual with him. We meditate. We when I do healing, he listens. I teach him about life, and I tell him how to be curious and all that. But sometimes when you teach kids these things, they don't know, right? But I feel like he's such an old soul. He scares me sometimes with the advice he gives me. He's so wise, beyond his age, And I love him. And today he was telling me, will you find me in every lifetime?
So what is your name?
Maktoum.
Maktoum. So you were 8, right?
Yes.
And you are going to this spiritual school, right? Yes. You like it? They have this rainforest built it in a way, no?
Somehow, yes. They have like a small forest for them. And they meditate, they do a lot of great things.
I think I was checking this school because on your event, I met this guy who actually, I think he created the school or something
There's
like that.
one spiritual school in Dubai.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I'll tell you about it.
What's the name of it?
Zaya.
Okay, no, it's not. No, it's Zaya. Sounds like like a
And they're opening now. Yeah, go baby. They're opening now like a bigger branch where the classes are in caves.
Okay.
Yeah, because they want to teach children, spirituality.
Right.
It's so important for me, for my kid to be spiritual, because in a crazy world that we're living in right now, being spiritual is your Noah's Ark. It will save you from everything.
From everything.
Yeah, and
exactly.
I want them to know from now, because our parents did not tell us anything.
No.
We learned, and my mom always tells me, I raised you the best way ever. And I look at her and I say, Mom, because of you, I went to therapy for 10 years, okay? She's like, what did I do wrong? I'm like, you didn't do anything wrong, but you did your best with the knowledge that you had.
That she had,
Yeah,
exactly.
and I don't blame her.
Right.
She didn't know any better, but we know. Now we have access to information and all that. So yeah.
It's interesting. So I was attending your event. It was, a few days ago?
Yeah.
And I met this man. He mentioned, oh my God, I think there was also the good reason why I came. In a way, we always see signs and this and that.
Yeah.
But so I think he's from Australia. Oh no, he lives in, it doesn't matter. Anyways, he was saying that, so your event is all about the environment, about
Spirituality, environment,
and
self-growth,
exactly.
consciousness.
So he said that there are 2 schools in Dubai where the kids, they don't study in the typical way, which I think today with the education, education that we have for so long, it's already so old school, and with, as you say, this new world and new technologies and this and that, it's just, they should change it. They should start think about different
approach.
Yes, exactly.
100%, yeah.
And I was super shocked, and I was very surprised that they have these 2 schools in Dubai where you go and you learn through environments.
Yes.
So they have this, you had this white
The dome.
build it, right? So
Yeah.
they have built it something like this huge, like here, like this place,
Yeah.
which is a rainforest inside.
Ah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
different things. So kids, they
Yeah.
learn through environments, and they're not sitting in the classes.
Yeah.
I was like, what? My daughter's gonna love
Yeah.
it. This
Yeah,
is so
yeah.
interesting. But you know, so what I'm gonna say, we have the system, and our mind has some frames.
Yeah.
Want it or not,
Conditioned.
Yes,
Conditioned.
the way we kind of like in the old school way, the way we learn things, and this, so it has to be this way, has to be framed this way.
Yeah.
When you put him to this school, did you have any doubts
No,
that
no.
this is going to affect him a bit in a different way? No.
Peace to my life is spirituality.
Right.
And to be honest, I dropped university third year because I had a business when I was in university. I was 15. I do not need a university degree to be somebody. So my son was asking me, he said, my friends, their moms told them that, their mom and dads told them that they have to be doctors, they have to be engineers,
Right.
and go to university. He's like, Mom, do I have to go to university? I said, no, you do whatever the hell you want. Whatever you want. Because in our days, you know how family were like, you have to be a doctor, you have to be this, you have to be this. Our parents were pushing their own dreams on us. This is your dream, your problem. Why do I have to be forced into something I don't like or believe in just because you want it? We do not own our children. We are just a pathway for them to come to this world. Right. We do not own our children. And I keep telling moms, you do not own your kids. Don't treat them like it's a property, like you can control them. They're toys, they're your puppets. My son, I told him, you want to go to university? You go. You want to work in a fast food restaurant? Go. You want to learn how to dance? Go. Do and be and do mistakes and go wild and learn and do whatever you want. This is your life.
Did you have any, did you see any changes when he started telling you what?
In the beginning, he was always scared of people judging him. And he was doing things just to be accepted. Mom, I cannot do this. My friends will say that. I cannot do this. In this school, he does not care about anything. Like, he dresses himself. Sometimes I tell him, what are you wearing? The green, blue, purple, pink. He's like, I like it. I was like, is it you? It's me. Okay, go to school. You know, and in their school, they don't have uniforms. They can express themselves. Right. So I can see the difference from being in his old school and being in his new school, and how it's impacting him, not just on education level,
right.
on a personal level. He's in peace with himself. He's in peace with being himself and being weird. And he always tells me, Mom, everyone says I'm weird. I'm like, I love weird. I am weird. I'm like, look at everyone who lives here, all the Arabs. Does mommy look like them? He's like, no. I'm like, see, I am weird and I love it. And he's like, yes, I am weird, you know? So it affects them personally. And when they grow up, this will really shape them.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's interesting, because I'm going to check that school.
Your daughter would love it.
The idea that they were, in the nature, learning math through things that, they will need in life. Because now the latest studies shows that 90% of what they learn in the school, they could never use that information.
Never. Did you ever use anything you learned in school? No. The hell do I use that for? No. Never.
And also the latest study shows that a lot of kids, I think also like almost 90%, having some issues, mental issues when they're coming out. They have this anxiety and this and that. Yes. Like coming out of the school, bullied with different kids.
But they don't teach children mental health. Right. Emotional guidance. There is zero. It's a factory. We are all in the rat race. It's a cookie cutter factory. We all come out the same. My child needs to be creative and needs to live a life that's creative.
What is the main thing in your education? So you want him to be free, to express himself as 100%. He see himself. That's nice. So few more questions. In this culture, of course, you say you've been married twice. When you wanted to divorce, was it hard for you? Because all this, the culture things and this and that. In your culture, if you got divorced, can you marry again?
Yeah. You can, but once a woman is divorced, it's not accepted widely. Now it's getting better. Because a lot of women are saying enough is enough. I'm not going to stay in an abusive relationship just because my culture doesn't allow me to get divorced or people will talk about me. A lot of women are standing up and saying enough is enough.
In Russia, not only Christian people, we have a lot of Muslim people as well.
Yeah.
We have republics like Chechnya, Dagestan, Kazakhstan, many of them, like which also have Muslim culture. And I know for women, which probably going to look this podcast for sure, it's they can relate it to, you know.
Yeah.
And we have recently, it was such a scary story came out that one guy killed his wife in the restaurant, in his own restaurant. He was hiding it from people, and she was kind of like, she wanted a divorce. In the past, he was a ministry of something, so it was a very big deal. And so she was so beautiful, like so beautiful. He was always jealousy and all this, like abusive and toxic and this and that. So it's not an easy decision to get divorced, because you're gonna be judged, you're gonna think that you will never get married again and this and that. What can you tell for those women, like women, how did you deal with it? Like what helped you? And
I realized that the price of my freedom, my mental health, my happiness, I live once, right? So I'm in this life, in this life particularly, once. And that is worth much more than what people will say about me. They can talk about me. My mom always says, people always say your daughter's divorced twice. She's like, I don't want you to think of getting married again. You're done. I was like, Mom, I will get married 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times if I have to find the right one. I don't care what your friends think. I don't care what people think. It's me, my life, my story. I'm the writer, I'm the director, I'm the author. They can talk as much as they want, because once I get more famous, they will all come back to our house and say they like me.
yeah,
No loyalty,
Right.
zero, no integrity. It's fine.
Right.
So my advice is, it's not easy, but there are so many ways you can do it. But if your only fear that's leaving you in this abusive, bad, ugly relationship that you deserve better, if you're staying there just because of society, exit right now. Because that, for 2 3 months, they will talk about you, then they'll forget. That's human nature, they forget. In the beginning about me, they spoke for a couple of months and it died, you know? But our fear of that stops us. Your life, what you deserve, is exactly in the life you fear to live. That's the greener side of your life, you know? Fear is just an illusion. You need to just get over the fear and do what you have to do. I know it's not easy. Some women are in abusive relationships and they're scared to get divorced. I was in one, because they're scared the husband might kill them or hurt them, right?
Right.
So the solution to do this is to just be smart about it. Get somebody involved, because I know a lot of women don't speak up about these things because they're scared. People will judge them. They will tell him. Maybe the family will judge her. They will force her. Honey, you need to speak up. Talk to someone in the police. Talk to a lawyer. Talk to authorities. Talk to anybody. Let them help you exit. And if your man is abusive, do not tell your man your plans that you want a divorce. Do not say, I'm going to leave with the kids. I'm going to do this. If he has the tendencies to hit you, he has the tendencies to end you. Do not tell him your plans. Just work behind the curtains, protect yourself, protect your body, protect your children, and just exit from it. To be honest, the biggest mistake women do is they stay for the kids.
Right.
Children do not need parents. They need happy parents.
Right.
They do not need a relationship. They need a healthy relationship.
Right.
So to stay in a bad relationship just for the children is the worst way you can damage and traumatize a child ever. No matter how much you try to act, it shows. He will grow up or she will grow up loving in the wrong way,
Right.
attracting what her family has or his family has, the same kind of love, toxicity and all that, because to them that's home. This is what my parents did. So I don't believe in staying together for the children. And I always told my parents, if I had 10 children, I will still leave and get divorced. Because children, they don't just need a mom, they need a happy mom. You have one life. And to be honest, it's not that deep. You tried, it didn't work. You bought pants, They didn't fit, you took them back to the store.
Right.
It's the same concept. You deserve to live a life that is fruitful. Look, you're worthy of love. You're worthy of respect. You're worthy of someone spoiling you, treating you like a queen. You're worthy of all these things. Why are you settling for anything?
Right.
Why? Just because your family and cousins and neighbors will talk about you, let them talk.
From what I've heard, a lot of stories are like, where I'm gonna go? I have no money.
Got it.
I'm dependent, and there is no place to hide. We don't have shelters. We
Yeah.
don't have like the system that they have in America, let's say,
Yeah.
right? When the woman wants to leave and her husband is beating her, so she can go and spend time there. Do you have any advice for like
totally.
women thinking that
Totally.
Because they're gonna say, "Oh, it's easy for her."
Everyone's gonna say she has businesses, she has money.
Yeah.
Okay, leave my story aside, okay? Because to some people I might look privileged, but it was hard to go out of this. So I can only imagine if a woman doesn't have an income source.
Right.
It's harder, right? I bet you anything, every woman that said, I do not have a shelter, I do not have this, never asked someone for help. Out of 20 people one person will take you. Out of 5 people one person will take you. Open your mouth, talk.
That's
I need sheltering, I need help. Can I stay with you? People are shy to ask. They don't want to ask. They think, I don't want to beg anybody.
Right.
My pride, my ego.
Yeah.
No, Habibi, if you want to survive, if you want to live a life you deserve and you have to suffer a little bit until you build something for yourself when you get divorced, go ask people. People love helping people.
Mm-hmm.
When I help people, I feel so happy.
Mm-hmm.
So why aren't you allowing other people to be happy by helping you? Ask. Just say, guys, here, I know 30 people around me. My work colleagues, my friends, my families, my cousins, blah, 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 all that. Guys, I need a shelter for 1 month, 2 months, until me and my children, I get divorced and I can find a job. You think people will say no? Out of 30, 1 will say yes. What are the odds? What are the chances? 1 or 2 will say yes. So don't feel ashamed to ask people for help, because you can pay them back in different ways.
Yeah.
Once you're standing on your feet, you can pay them back. Ask for someone to find you a job. I know women who don't have a job who are so ashamed to ask me to help them. And I have access to so many people. But why aren't you asking me? No, I'm embarrassed. I feel bad. I don't want to. That's your problem. That's not mine. God has so many solutions around you, but you're not asking. And God always said, ask and you shall receive. That's the only problem. Ask.
Nice.
You will find a good support system.
That's a good
One person,
advice.
You will find somebody.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, that we actually do afraid.
We're
about that.
ashamed to ask.
I was actually
somebody.
working on myself in order to start asking things.
Yeah.
I did this challenge for we have this group chat, and I told them like one of the challenge was to ask somebody of something, because it's important
Yeah.
to speak, to speak up, to say I'm here.
Yeah.
I deserve something.
Yeah.
Because we have all these like programs in our head that
100%.
like we think, oh, he's gonna say no. If he's gonna say no, you're not gonna kill you. He's
Not
just
a big
gonna say
deal.
no.
Yeah.
And now you will see who is who actually.
Yeah, true.
It's also like you spend so much energy, give so much energy to people that,
They might not be worth it.
Yeah.
So you're right, because so what? We're friends only when we're out having
Right.
fun, eating dinner, partying. What if when I'm low? Where's the friendship now?
Right.
But you said something so important. You said you're working on teaching yourself how to ask. I suffered from this.
Wow.
7 months ago, I was sitting with my spiritual healer, and he said, "Why aren't you asking people? Why you keep giving?
Yeah.
You have 2 hands, one to give, one to receive.
Okay.
There has to be a balance." And I said, "I don't want to. I feel bad. I don't want to burden anybody. I don't want to make someone feel bad or put them through pressure and all that." He's like, "Yeah, but," he's like, "Listen to me. When you help somebody, are you happy?" I said, "Extremely happy." He said, "Why aren't you letting people be happy by helping you?" And when he said that, that immediately hit me. And I was like, I did not know that I was stopping someone's happiness by helping me, by serving me. And I feel so much joy in helping people. When people come and say, I need this, I go like, yes, let's do it. Let's help you. Let's do this. It makes me happy because it releases serotonin in my body as well. So I'm a little bit selfish when I help people. I do it for me as well, right? but it's a good way.
Yeah,
It's a good way to
win-win,
make
right?
yeah. Instead of using people, I help them. You know.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like there has to be a balance. And first time asking, second time asking, it'll be weird. But third time asking, you realize some people really, really want to help you and they're there for you.
And as more you ask, and more yeses you get.
100%.
Yeah, I don't know.
There's no yes without an ask. That's true.
So we're almost done.
This was great.
Yeah. Okay, so almost okay. There is few more questions. I know the answer, but I'm still gonna ask you, what is love for you?
Love is life. Love is everything. Yeah, when I sit on Instagram, I see a lot of women nowadays. I don't know if you saw this, let me know. A lot of women are going online giving advice. You do not need a man. You do not need anyone. You can be on your own. You're better on your own. All you need is yourself. And I'm like, hey, stop. You cannot rob people from a basic human instinct. Love. We are born a child without love, without touch. If a mother doesn't touch her child,
Right.
when he's born, he dies.
Yeah.
I
And
am
he gets sick,
sorry.
yeah,
Yeah,
it's
I'm
very-
sorry. You cannot teach people that they're better off their own. I love love. I'm a hopeless romantic. And I feel like, yes, I'm great in business. I'm great in public speaking. I'm great in everything I do in life. But if I had the right man next to me, I would be like 100% even better. You know, I believe in partnership. I believe in teamwork. But sadly, I have not met a man that made me feel like that till this day. I know how to love. I've been in love so many times, but I never received love back. It was always conditional, always. Either for money, either for the fame, either they want to use me, either they want to break me, either they want to be better than me. I never, believe it or not, Victoria, 37 years old, I never felt loved by a man. Never met a man that loved me. It's
Do
insane.
you know why? I actually had that question. Why so many beautiful women actually, I was like that for a while, don't have a relationship. They can't find a man that they love and they can't find true love.
Because a lot of men are losing their masculinity. A lot of men are losing their masculinity.
Not because we're gaining these
No.
strengths, no?
Okay, an alpha masculine man doesn't want a beautiful girl who's not smart, who's dumb, who's sitting down looking pretty. A real alpha man who's healed and his healed masculine would love a smart woman, would love an ambitious woman that has her own thing because she inspires him. You know, they say men rule the world, but women rule men. When he knows his weakness, he chooses a partner that's strong, that's smart, that's ambitious, that's even sometimes more wiser than him. Because she feeds him spiritually, right? Only a weak man, weak man cannot handle a strong woman because to him this is competition. How is it competition? I don't understand. So I'm sorry, like I know a lot of women are beautiful and smart and all that and they can't find the right man is because they might be still wounded and they have traumas they have to deal with and they're not attracting the right men because they're not self-reflecting and having self-growth. B, we all know that a lot of men are losing their masculinity. Men nowadays are not like men, my dad and my grandfather and grandfather. I mean, you look at pictures of men nowadays and you look back then, there's a huge difference, right? And yeah, and I mean, no offense to all the men sitting in the studio. There's a lot of them right now.
Of course not.
And to any men listening
We
to this,
just-
I'm not saying all men
We'll
are
say in
losing their
general,
masculinity.
yeah,
In general,
sure,
a
yeah.
lot of men are losing their
Yeah.
masculinity because it's not normal that I was with 4 men and they all wanted to use me financially and wanted to break me. It's not normal. Like 4 men.
Well, from what I see, that could be that program that you got. You were just mentioning at the beginning,
Yeah.
right? That program. I mean, that
The healing. Yeah, got it. Yeah,
Something that
yeah.
we learned from the childhood that you were black sheep. Not everybody accepted you the way you are.
Yeah.
So you were craving for love,
Yes.
right? And you were asking for love.
Yes.
And you still go to, and you still find a man who you have to ask and crave love with.
Yeah, true.
So when you're gonna see that, when you're gonna understand that in 100% way, because
Yeah.
there is like a lot. There is one amazing program that I did also from India, a teaching that
Yeah.
shows all these programs that we have. You can just see that program is completely removes that code.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Because we are
yeah,
computers.
yeah. In you.
Yeah.
That. Because this is what happened to me. Like a few years ago, when I went to study, and when I went to see, get this teaching, I was like, oh my God, I was always begging for love.
Yeah.
You know, begging for love from, I guess, from the same reasons. And I was surprised. I was like, wow, this is about me. When he was saying about the programs that we have, I was like, this is me. I would always ask. And he said, when you start to create love, and when you heal, when you become a love itself, then you can attract that love.
The right one.
Yeah, the right one who can also give you love. So hopefully very soon you're going to meet your man.
I hope so.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
I'm
He's somewhere near. Maybe you should
Totally,
look. Maybe
totally.
don't look too far. Look.
I know, but like,
Look.
there is a lot of great men out there,
Yeah.
you know. But I feel like, I don't know why, but I feel like my right person is coming soon. I don't know how to explain it. It's just an energy feeling.
Yeah, I feel
But
that too.
yeah, but just believe in love, and I'm not gonna allow my old relationships to make me give up on love and
Right,
trusting people.
right.
No, I love and I trust, and we were not born to be safe. We were born to take risks. We were born to love, to fall, to break. We were born for all
Right.
these things.
Right. You know, in Dubai there is a lot of Russian women, right?
Yeah.
So, do you have any special feeling about Russian women?
A lot of my friends are Russian.
Yeah.
A lot of them. And I know there's a stereotype
Yeah.
about Russian women.
Yeah.
But there's a stereotype about Arab women. There's
Yeah.
a stereotype about American
Right.
women, the Karens, this.
Yeah.
So I do not listen to that. You know, I don't listen to low vibration information about people. I do not engage in these things. I do know they exist, these stereotypes. But for me, my experience with Russian women, they're amazing. They're hardworking. They're gorgeous. You guys have great skin. I don't know what you guys eat to have great skin. You have great hair. So my experience is that I trust them in work so much. They're very punctual. They have integrity. You know, my experience with Russian women, they have integrity. Yeah.
Thanks. And because mostly, of course, now I work for Russian audience. Would you want to like say something, especially for Russian women? We want to wish something for them? For your new audience who gonna just,
No,
discover you today?
No, I'm very happy that you're introducing me to like a Russian audience. You know, I don't. You told me there were videos of me translating Russian. I didn't know that.
Yes.
So I'm so happy that I can have an access to this part of the world.
Yeah.
I am so honored that I can enter your phones through this interview, or your computers or laptops, and you can have access to what I'm saying. And I just, I have it tattooed here. It says light worker. My mission in life, I was born to serve humanity. I'm a light worker. So if I can serve the Russian women in any way to help them with knowledge, information, I am so honored and happy to do that. And I cannot wait to engage with them.
Yeah.
And I think, they're beautiful women, but I also don't want them to sit behind a window and watch their life from outside, from behind a window, and look at life on the outside and think, oh, what if I had this life? What do I deserve? Go out there and grab life by the neck. You deserve it. Go out there, live your dreams. Go out there, leave the abusive relationship, live your dream, do mistakes, fail. It's not a big deal. Just, I want them to live and not just to exist. That's it.
So my last question, I think I know the answer, but I'm going to ask you, what is your biggest goal in life?
My biggest addiction and my biggest goal is, it's crazy. I have an obsession right now with being the best version of me and healing. So my goal, I know you were expecting, I want to do this, or I want to do this business.
No.
My goal is just to be every single day. Like tomorrow, I assure you, Victoria, I'm going to be better than the Sara I was yesterday. And that's my goal every single day. I self-reflect every day. Do I need to apologize to anyone today? Did I do anything wrong? Did I act differently? I self-reflect every day, and every day I want to be better and better and better. That's my addiction. And to healing. I'm addicted to these things.
Yeah.
So that's my goal. I just want to be the best version of myself. I want to live, and then I want to leave, and off to the next chapter.
People who know me for many years, they can confirm. I always say that you have to be a little bit better than yesterday.
Yes.
A little bit better.
No, but basically when I become the best version of me, I'm more focused on my purpose, and then I reciprocate by spreading light. But I cannot spread light if I'm not healed and I'm not the best version of me.
Right. Thank you for
I love
coming.
you. Thank you so
Yeah.
much.
Oh my
Spasiba.
Yeah, and thank you so much for coming, for taking time, taking your child.
I'm
it's
honored.
like,
Thank you for
it's
having me.
9:50. I love you so much, and you are such a